in pursuit of Yaris. The party is following their freshest lead to head down to Ekon, pursuing the Satyr and Pixie, Zeke and Vel, I believe, only to find this town in fresh ruin. Smoking buildings, collapsed walls, burnt through roofs, and creatures, evil creatures with spikes in their tails that swooped down and almost took out Ormia, actually, now that I think about it, in that first round.
One hit point.
Oh, it was scary. It was so scary. But, of course, the party bounced right back and took care of said creature, only to hear whispers from a nearby building like, "Get off the street! What are you doing?" So everyone ended up in there. Emil hid with a natural 20 stealth roll plus 7 or something like that. So he was just gone. Yeah. Only to see some massive ogre-like creature roaming the streets. Picked up and discarded the crumpled body of the bone demon. And went on about its patrol. Didn't notice anybody in the building. The person, there's a small group of people, seeming to be a family, in the building, and one of them let the party know, yeah, this all happened the night before last, or I forget how recent it was to this. It was like a day and a half prior, I think. And in the middle of the night, and they seemed to be coming from around the church area. And as the group looked out, a couple of them looked out the windows to try and peer through the town. They saw a number of imps dancing about the streets, these large ogre-like creatures, and other, shadowy things, or things moving in the shadow, basically. So that brings us to the top of this episode. Woohoo! So the group, is huddled inside this small, really small house. Emil snuck in a window at one point to get caught up on what's going on. And the gentleman that has been talking to you so far just continues as you guys are figuring out what you want to do. Listen, there's more than just that one or two creatures that you saw here, the one you beat and that giant one that came by. There's several in town, and there seems to be more every few hours. But just I know that you're capable of defeating monsters, which is great, and we really appreciate it. But if this ends up being a little too much, don't hesitate to flee if it means your safety, and maybe just, if you do, we just ask that you let a nearby town know, or maybe the capital of Tosa, so maybe we can get some aid from one of them, just as a backup plan. Kind of scans you each over and see, he's relatively confident in your capabilities after witnessing your fight with the Bone Devil, but he's a little nervous and doesn't want you to die and then they all die.
Are you guys going to stay here or try to get out of the city?
I've seen a number of my neighbors try and leave, and they didn't make it really far. And he kind of looks, out the window over at a couple of the corpses that you were examining on your way in. I mean, if we have to be here, we run out of food, we're not going to have a choice, But we've got enough here for several days still, and if we can keep quiet, then as long as the house isn't set on fire, I guess.
Weren't we deciding on some kind of distraction or something at the end of the last episode?
Well, I don't think it'll work. I think we need to clear this town first before anybody else tries to escape, because they will not make it.
I agree.
At the very least, we need to go to the source of wherever these demons are coming from, and then we should be able to clear the rest out with help.
Yeah, there was something about a temple or something, wasn't there?
The church.
The church.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I'll share out that new image for Ekon. Ekon and young Jeezy. Again, cartoonish map here. This is like.
This is beautiful, Dan. I love it.
This is the one that was drawn by the kid, right?
No,
Oh,
this is a different
worse.
one.
Yeah. It might as well have been.
That was
This
the
one
fun.
was drawn by another kid in the house. It's
Right?
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
They're so cute.
I've got you guys up in the top left in the building there. That's where you currently are.
This is lovely. Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. So, is this just for us? Do we have an actual, we obviously don't have like an actual physical map on our person, so.
Yeah, this is just like what you're seeing, basically.
Okay.
I mean,
Right. So it looks like the church is like down there to the bottom right.
it's the blue building with the white spire, obviously.
Oh, down there at the bottom. Okay, got it.
Just kidding.
I knew that, Dan. I knew that. I was just testing. It's fine.
Oh, that's
It's fine.
great. I mean, as you look directly out, you see the large tree in a burnt-out courtyard, gated courtyard. In the center of town, there's a number of little huts set up that were probably selling goods at some point.
Okay.
I think that's probably... I mean, you see a couple burnt-out buildings from there. The circle that looks like a random nipple is actually a well in the middle of a four-way intersection.
Hi, nipple.
Yeah.
That's great.
One of the creatures left it behind, I guess.
What's the white thing again? Is that another hut? Is that another house?
You can't quite see that yet.
Okay. That's,
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a covered wagon, if and when you get
Gotcha.
by there. Yeah.
And is this thing across from us? Is that another house, or what is that? Is that a stable, like a horse?
That's the tree, right?
Oh, that's the tree.
Mhm,
The
just,
in the fenced courtyard.
mhm.
Okay. Makes sense.
I'll spend more than like 15 minutes making the map next time, I promise.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I think it's cute.
Okay. Yeah. So. I'm guessing we should probably go through the huts over here and go around those, since we will have a little cover going around them, maybe?
Yeah, stealth up and try and get through there.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe exit our building around back because there's like an open courtyard in front of us. Try and get in that way.
Is there a back entrance, Dan?
To
That we can tell? In
the-
the house?
Yeah, can we exit north?
Oh, there's a window that Emil crawled in through. That's
Okay.
on the lower level, so you could
Okay, yeah.
probably be able to squeeze through that.
Yeah.
How high is the window?
Oh,
Oh.
I mean, only the bottom of the window is only maybe 2.5 feet off the ground. Top of the window is about 6 feet up. Pretty good sized window.
We can climb in.
You'd be able to climb in and out safely. Yeah. Little feet kicking for a minute, but
Little legs kicking.
Let me see what creatures you might see from your vantage point, just so you're informed. All right.
Oh, was that plural, man? Creatures?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Currently, wouldn't see anything. You know that ogre type creature walked south from the Nifl fountain.
Okay. Right,
And out
right.
of sight.
Okay.
It's okay, guys. There are no creatures in town. It's totally safe.
Totally.
Wow, I don't see anything. I don't see anything.
They're running away from the nipple.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think we should go out the window.
yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Alright, let me get the map up for viewers. Oh, let me make sure I get this. Alright, what do you guys want to do? Which way you want to head?
Well, after we crawl out the window, I would say maybe we want to go back behind this house in the middle, kind of middle. I'm pointing with my mouse, like you guys can see this. The top middle. Maybe go behind that, and yeah.
I think that's kind of the rough plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we stick as one group or split up into two? Just in case.
I
We
don't
don't-
really want to split the party here.
No.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
could be
think so.
that could be dangerous. It took all of us to defeat the one.
Especially with that giant walking around.
Yeah.
I thought dwarves liked fighting giants.
Yeah, actually, well, I can speak giant, so I could try and talk him down out of his anger.
I kind of want to see that.
Can we just compromise and not get killed?
Alright, so we'll go back here. Everyone's getting out. Everyone going.
You hear a distant footstep, the rumble that comes with the giant creature.
Oh.
Still in the distance.
Okay. Here we go. Perfect.
I'd suggest, if you're just moving at regular pace and checking, then let me know. We'll sort of take it in turn order where you do like one bit of movement, or if you're dashing, you can do your double speed if that's what you want to do. And just kind of let me know, like if you want to stop and do anything along the way.
Yeah.
So you all climb out.
I think we're gonna move pretty slowly to keep from being like spotted and whatnot. So like
Go ahead and roll
speed
some
at
stealth checks. Or everyone that wants to be stealthy, don't forget you get, if you want to, you can use your actual die.
Yeah, I'm going to. Are you telling us to roll a stealth check? Dan?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So okay. So which one? So which one do I roll for this? Is it the
D20.
20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Is that visible?
Come on.
And then just add your stealth.
The modifier.
And if you're proficient in it, of course, you add your proficiency bonus as well. But I mean, you can just look into your sheet and see what it says for your modifier on stealth and just add that. That's already got
16.
your proficiency. Woo, 16.
All right.
18.
I have 15.
Okay.
Guys, and again.
Or Mia.
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
Perfect. I'll roll one for Ryan. Oh, she's all set. And Felix, I see.
My camera is stuck, but I'm just gonna go ahead and roll, and
Oh, okay.
trust me on it when I say it's 12 plus my stealth. 12 plus 0, so 12.
Okay. All right. Ryan got a 17 plus her modifier, so. Okay. Right. It's just Hermia. Things seem fine. Hermia, you do a little bit of a tumble out of the window. A little bit of.
I'm still kind of shaken up that the gun actually worked.
Right. Yeah. And you make a bit of a clank, and there's something with a part of your armor. The leather is overlapped and making a squeaky leather sound in one part as you walk.
I'm like, it wasn't me.
Armor is just so noisy.
All right, go ahead and take. You can all take your movement for this turn if you want.
Okay. So.
And just let me know if there's anything you want to do during your movement in conjunction with.
Can I go up to? I want to go up to the corner and maybe look around and see if I can see the giant anywhere, like walking around, or if I see any bad guys.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception check.
Yeah.
All right. 15.
All right, let's just check. I mean, that thing's pretty big, so it's not really. Okay, yeah.
We're a little bit off the top of the map on the stream, I think, too.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. All right, thanks.
Yeah, they can't see.
They can't see the glory of our positioning.
No kidding.
That's strategy.
Here we go. Thanks. Whoopsies. All right. Try it like right there. All right, so yes, from there, Caitlin, you see, I'm gonna just highlight it here for a moment.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'll zoom out on here. Just as it rounds that corner, it's continuing down the road south, and it turns east on the map here, and rounds the corner over some of these stalls. You can see its head over the stalls, and then it disappears from your line of sight
Okay.
as it goes behind. That red
Okay.
building would be in the
Okay.
way.
Okay.
But
All right.
that's all you see.
Okay. So I'll dash over here and
Okay.
tell the others. Just be like, he seems to be kind of far away on the other side of the hut, the giant.
Okay. Actually, Ryman's gonna wait just behind here because she doesn't have quite enough to get hidden in the other building. Oh, she can dash. She can dash. I'm gonna put her right here next to you guys because technically there's another square above where you could all hide. It's just off the map.
Okay.
Are you going as well, Ormia?
Yeah, I moved myself.
I think that's
There's
me.
Felix.
I'll go ahead
Felix
and
is-
go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is. Okay.
Okay. Right.
Okay. What would you guys like to do next? You successfully dash across, and you see the ruins of one of the buildings completely burnt out. A rather large building, a little further off to the east. It looks like it used to be an inn and tavern. Again, a good bit of the roof collapsed in. And where the front doorway was, most of the wall there where the front doorway likely stood has just been burnt out.
Is there still a back wall that we can hide behind, though? On that building?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, there's plenty of room. There's some holes that are burnt out in it, but there's still space if you wanted to. This is the blue roof house that was likely
Right,
the end.
right.
Mhm.
Right.
But yes, there
Okay.
is space back there to hide if you
Okay.
wanted to.
Okay.
There's a fair amount of smoke too that's kind of billowing up. I know it doesn't show it on the map, but it obscures some different points of view throughout the city as buildings are still
Okay.
smoldering.
The building we're standing behind, is it in one piece?
Oh, it's mostly burned down. The wall is just tall enough probably to cover, it's about 7.5, 8 feet of wall left.
Okay.
Most of the lower floor, but the sides of this are mostly missing, and the front's all gone.
Alright. I'm gonna look over kind of by that snowman looking thing
Okay.
to the right of it. I'm gonna, since we were looking there, I'm gonna see if anything's coming around. And I'm gonna roll a different die.
To jail.
And I rolled a 4.
Okay.
So that's a 6 perception. Thanks, dice. Thanks, dice.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
so
I see so well.
the marshmallow is a covered wagon. No horses or anything there. It was just left. They weren't expecting whatever hit them here. Small well, covered well, just next to that. You do see, even with that, the large ogre creature is off to the east here. Not looking in your direction, just looking off to the east.
Which way is he moving?
Not moving at all right now, just sort of standing there looking out of the edge of the city to the east of the town.
Okay. Can I glance that way too and see, like, can I step like further up off where the map is and try to see where he's looking?
Yeah. I mean, you look out, it's a little bit difficult to see past some of the smoke from the ruins of the building next to you, and the Blue Inn and Tavern still has a section that's on fire. But it just seems to be sort of the outskirts of town. Nothing moving, nothing really going on out there. Flat land.
I was just thinking if we had a fawn monk still, we could kite this guy. Miss you, Beth. Let's see.
Felix says from behind you guys.
Yeah.
Are we still wanting to go through the huts, or do we want to? Well, I mean, no, we can't. He's over there, so I don't want. Is she rolling to see which way he's looking?
Oh, I'm not sure.
No.
She's just.
I'm still sorting dice.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you all want to do? I mean, so far it's just you or Mia that saw that. Unless anyone else is taking a look.
Is there like if we go
I'm
around
gonna
the corner
tell everybody,
here,
be like, the thing is looking off in the distance. If we want to dash across the road now, is the time while it's distracted.
Okay, let's dash across the road then.
Okay, go.
Okay.
There
Go.
we
Stealthing.
Roll a stealth die, Dan. Again, or
we'll
are
say
we
that
take what we
you've
had
got
before?
the current
Are we going
stealth
straight
for a
across,
bit.
or are we going?
Yeah, do we want to go around this left side?
Because I want to go around the corner and down. I haven't seen where he's looking at, so I don't know. Unless you.
Right. Yeah, I think past right next to the nipple and then down that way. So closer to the nipple instead of the marshmallow.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's my headcanon,
Well-
but that's how they give directions in this town.
Right, yeah.
My only concern with that is that the other side of the road is open, like that the tree courtyard is there, so we could be possibly spotted from like across that courtyard.
True.
The tree has a fairly large trunk that could probably hide.
A dragon.
Yeah, I mean it could hide
Don't
all
say
of
that.
you like lined up on one side.
I mean, he's looking.
But you'd be bunched.
Potentially, what we could do is move over to the blue building.
That's what I would think.
Cause a distraction, like either throw a rock or shoot a crossbow bolt towards the west, so the ogre looks that way, and then we can proceed downwards.
Yeah, but right now the ogre probably doesn't know we're here. So
That's
Yeah.
true.
you know, that would kind of tip it off that there's something to look for.
Mm.
You hear one of the
Let's
nearby
just run.
buildings
Yeah.
collapse.
Let's just. I'll follow whoever's going.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Makes a jumping sound a bit. Just probably a wall or part of a roof just collapsed in somewhere.
Can I roll a new stealth check, Dan? Because we stopped and I was
Not
talking.
just yet.
I was talking and broke stealth.
Are you
I'm
sure
gonna
you wanna
roll
do that?
another. I'm gonna roll another. Like, I can't roll any worse.
Are we
Probably-
going? Which way are we going? Left or right here?
I think follow the pink arrow exactly.
Okay.
The ogre turned south to see what the sound was as that
Okay.
roof collapsed in.
Cool.
Okay, we better GTFO, guys. GTFO.
Oh, I
it-
moved the wrong person. I am so sorry.
Neat.
Emil.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm going to pause everyone right where they are before the rest of you move. Emil, as you approach this spot...
I rolled another 1, so it didn't matter.
Nice. You see
I'm gonna
just
roll
over
for
the
stuff.
top of these small sales tents the initial ogre.
Oh no.
Not looking in your direction, mind you. It's sort of standing, almost as though it's looking at someone or something on the stairs of the church. Just something you see as you're moving. You get around the
Okay.
building, you can now see it in your line of sight.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here with that's what, Felix? Yeah, I'm gonna go over here with Felix.
And by the nipple.
You're at a nipple.
There were marshmallows and nipples. It was great.
I'm gonna go over here and I'm.
It's gonna be on Econ's tourist.
Oh, I'm gonna roll a stealth
TripAdvisor.
check.
Yeah. Come for the nipples, stay for the marshmallows. Or vice versa. I don't know. Preferences, I guess.
Oh my gosh, you could take that so many.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm gonna roll a stealth check just to get my mic off.
Okay.
11.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Rhinewind's probably following. And she probably ducked behind this building.
Oh, I'll do green.
All right. Ormia, you paused. You notice this as well as you're running over, and you're sort of in a bit of an open.
I paused there, like she's in the middle of a dash, but I paused there because you were like, "I'm gonna stop you all."
Okay, yeah.
She's
So-
gonna go like 1, 2, 3.
You see that as you come down, you're like, "Oh crap! There's 2."
Okay, so
So we're trying to make it into the church without the thing seeing us, right?
can I roll a perception check, Dan, and see if I just look behind me, because I'm on this side with the tree, with Felix. Can I just look back at the tree and make sure that there's no like those little flying demons or anything around, like that I can see?
Go for it.
Great. This is wonderful. And that's the 17.
Okay. The thought occurs to you that your back is exposed to this tree,
Yeah.
and you just want to check and make sure. And you see a shadow shift from the south of the tree up to the west. It's much smaller than these ogres. Not like the bone devil you saw, but something humanoid.
Oh.
It seems like it's pacing, but perhaps didn't see you.
Okay. All right. I kind of nudge Felix and just kind of point where I saw the thing. I was like, I thought I saw a shadow back there.
Can I roll a perception check as well, Dan?
Go right ahead. Yep.
Okay.
This ogre by the church turns and starts walking to the east.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I see anything with a. I think that's a 6 in total.
Oh.
Sorry, no, it's an 8 in total.
8? Okay. Yeah, you don't really see anything. Yeah, you look over. By then, it's already walked around the corner.
I swear it was there. It was there. Just be careful. Just be cautious.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out.
Yeah. Right. Okay. What are you guys doing? Someone's kind of exposed out here, Emerson.
Yeah, I think we need to get into the huts and then wait for our chance to dash into the church. I think.
Don't blow my cover. Hush.
The ogre to the east looks
Oh my god.
back out to the east outside of
I
town.
can't take this.
Oh my god, you're so turned up.
We're playing D&D, not Assassin's Creed.
Right?
You kind of catch that, as you realize, oh crap, I've got like a direct line of sight with this. As it looks back out to the east and sort of scratches its butt.
It's Dean Creed.
And then
That's a
smells its
wonderful
hand.
view.
Yeah.
Oh
Dean-
god, that's like one of the kids.
We're playing Dean Creed.
Alright. Oh, fart. Okay,
Is there a door on this house that I'm by? Dan, can I tell?
Well, the entire front is burnt out, but
Okay.
it's created a cave of sorts where the back half of the house is open. I mean, is covered by a roof.
Okay. What about this house across the way? This little purple hut. Can I see anything?
Where M is?
Yes.
Yeah, it's essentially a tent.
Okay.
I mean, you
Covered
could lift
with
it and go
signs?
underneath. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a vendor's stall where it has a
Okay.
little, you can't see the front, so you're not sure what's out there, but that's essentially what it is.
Okay.
So there's
Okay.
some cover.
I think this ogre is like guarding the church. Are there any windows?
There
I'm not
are
sure
on the
how-
side of the church. They're stained glass, and they're up a little bit higher. And then there are some regular windows that are on the first level, roughly. But they're still up a little high as well. About 5 feet or so for the sill. You can look up.
So it's a 2-level.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, it's likely 1 level inside. It just has that cathedral-type ceiling. Oh, perfect timing. The music just changed to encounter music. Because
That's ominous.
pacing around the top of this tree, spotting. I'm sorry. Actually, what was your stealth roll, Kaylin?
What? My stealth roll
Yeah,
was
your mo-
like, I was like 15 or something
Okay,
like that, 15
all
to
right.
17.
It rolled really high anyway, and you're sort of out in the open. Spotting Felix and Kaylin. Let me see if I can share the image here. In Fantasy Grounds. Is this lovely creature. A
Ew.
bearded devil, in humanoid form. It's got pointed ears, scaly skin, a long tail, and claws that clearly show its fiendish nature. It starts, first squinting and then scowling, and then now it's behind this fence, mind you, but it starts running over towards the two of you.
Do we see this? Am I still facing that way since I was looking that way before?
Let me think, because you were looking at in that
I was
direction.
looking out at the trees for a perception check earlier.
Yeah, and Felix. All right, you know what? Go ahead for right now. Felix and Kaylin roll initiative if you would.
Shoot it. Shoot it.
With fire.
Is that another D20, Dan?
It is, and then just
Okay.
add your dexterity modifier plus your. Wait, I don't think there's a proficiency modifier in that. It's just your dex mod.
Yeah, it's just your dex mod.
3?
6.
Okay, let's put that in for you here. And all right, Kaylin has. Wait, how do I? It's not rest. Oh, beans! What was it? There's a way to reset this. I forget.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just gonna put these in.
Nev said the music is loud.
Oh, okay, thank you. I forgot to turn that down, yeah. You do want to be able to hear everybody.
Well, we're sneaking fine. There's no combat anywhere, so we'll just keep sneaking. It's fine.
All right, M's a 0, Ryan was a 0, Kaylin was a
It's
3.
the music that gave us away.
And what were you, Felix?
I got a 6. I'm gonna move it into the camera here, I guess.
Okay, is that your total with the dex?
Yep, that is the total roll. It's like a 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is amazing.
I've just got to keep my dice out here. Ooh, okay, let me just see what this thing's dex man is. Okay, so that makes that 17. Okay, so the creature begins to charge because it has slightly, just a little bit higher initiative. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It starts making its way towards the gate. Looks like it's going to leap over it here. But that's as far as it gets. Let's see what it can do. Oh, this is ranged. Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay, Kaylin. It'll attack Felix first.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, you know what? It doesn't do anything because it can't get close enough. It just starts racing towards you and puts its hands on the gate like it's gonna jump over. But in the time it's doing that, Felix, you're up next. So what do you do as you see this happen, Felix?
I'm gonna... Let's see. So this is... Can you describe the fence for me?
It's just a wrought iron fence like you'd find around an old graveyard. There are... oh my gosh, why can't I can't think of the actual word. So spindles every maybe 6 inches or so, with posts every 10 feet. It's about 5 feet high, and it has some points at the top of each spindle. It's driving me nuts, I can't think of the word. But there's room to rest your hands, to grab to leap over, and spaces in between.
I am actually going to run this way.
Okay.
What was the nipple again?
It's a a fountain.
It's a fountain. Okay. So I'm gonna run 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 right over here.
Okay.
And could I jam my crossbow in between the posts or the slats?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, there's plenty of room to do that without any negative effects.
Okay, let's give that a shot here.
Hmm.
Ooh, yeah, that probably doesn't hit. That's going to be a 7 to hit.
I don't think so, but let me just take a peek. It does not hit. A bolt goes flying past this creature's head, just over the gate. Little snake-like entities that it has for a beard ride around.
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn. We can still adjust the turn tracker here, right?
Oh, thank you. Kaylin, so this creature's rushed. You see Felix run around and sort of do like a duck and tumble roll, and then as he draws his crossbow, lines it up, but it's just a little too speedy. It doesn't have quite the lineup we wanted.
Yeah, so there's room for me to put a sword through the fence, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he's right there against the fence.
Yep.
So yes. So in an effort to try and keep them, just like, we have to keep them quiet, I freak out. And just like, so I go right up to the fence, and I go with my short sword into the fence.
Okay.
And that is a d20, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Plus your dex and your proficiency modifier. So +2 for your proficiency, and then whatever your dex is, you add as well.
So +2 would make it a 14. It's a 12. So 16.
That hits.
Great.
In a super ballsy move, as it's running towards you, you just run up towards it and the gate. Like, oh no, you don't. It goes to leap over, and you just
I know what. Now, what do I roll for the hit? Is another two? Is it D20? Still?
No, your. Let me just check and see what your short sword does. I think it's a D6, but maybe
to hit is a D20.
She hit,
Just
yeah,
do
in the
that.
first one.
Yeah,
This
it
is
says D8.
It's
So
a D.
it's D8.
It's a D6. Short sword is D6.
Oh, the short sword. I was. Okay.
So roll a D6 and then add 4 to that.
All right. So that would be 8.
8. All right, nice. Yeah, so you just run it through between the bars of the gate there, and it gets hung up as it was trying to leap up and over.
Now I have my other short sword. How do I do that?
Yep, you can
Do
use
I
that.
do the D20 again?
Yes.
Okay. That is a. Let's see. A 9.
Okay. Oh, all right. Nope. This other one, you go to draw it and stick it through, but it strikes at an awkward angle on the gate. And
Yeah. Just kind of clings against it. Okay. Got it. That is all I have. So.
Okay. I'm gonna have Rhinewind do a quick roll here. Get her on because I think she would have heard that for now. And then in a bit, I'll let everyone else roll. So, we'll give Rhinewind a quick turn here. 5, 10. I think, with Felix close to her and him running, he was sort of keeping an eye on him. She would see what's going on and chase over. She'd probably actually stand back around the corner here. And target. Okay. And let's see what she has for spells. She might want to No, she's had a good rest. Alright, so she would probably do her Guiding Bolt, seeing it's some sort of fiendish creature. Alright, let's see. That absolutely hits. She got a 19. That was so close.
Nice.
And then, there's... I forgot about that. Alright, so she rolls damage.
It's got a big head.
Oh no! Yeah, not sure why that, I'll have to look into that. So she points her hand out and a finger, and this beam of light fires out Dragon Ball Z style and strikes this creature. So it also has the next person that attacks has advantage. The beam pierces its chest and blasts out a little bit of demon bits, dealing a decent amount of damage. And then it has a glow to it, this white glow. And so the next person that attacks it will have advantage.
Oh.
This fiends.
I think we lost Warren and... Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
The stream seems to have corrected itself.
Oh, Ed, it might be because the
input is weird.
Well, yeah, it's broadcasting the dice cam in high def, I think. You might have to toggle it down to, to force it to be like 480. And when it does that, it wants to pop them into the wider format, yeah. Hey, welcome back, Warren. All right, let me get you all set here, Warren.
Guys, isn't technology great?
Always.
Always.
All right. I'll fix you on this side, Ed, and maybe it'll stick. Okay. All right, let me get you back up on the thing here, Ed. You should actually be up here, and Warren shouldn't be, Ed, so let's fix that. Okay. All right. And that ends Rhinewind's turn. So I think everyone else at this point can hear the sounds of battle from where you are. Let me just see if that means trouble for anything else. Okay. So if everyone else wants to roll initiative, I'm going to put it back to the top after you all roll.
Here comes another one.
Alright, let's see.
Oh,
Great.
it was almost a 1.
Ooh. You got a 3, Melissa? Oh, no, you're adding.
No.
Add your dex mod to it.
8. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
20.
20, nice. All right. Alright.
Legit.
13 for whom? I didn't see who was talking. Nope. What did you get, Ormium?
A 10.
10. Okay. And I feel and Emil.
I rolled a natural 20, but I don't remember my modifier. I'm still logging into Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, okay. Gave you the whole boot. I'm sorry. That's okay. I can check.
I assume my dexterity is pretty good, so.
+3, yeah. All right,
23.
23. Oh, this is beautiful. All right. So of course we'll wait until you're back in Fantasy Grounds if you'd like. But when you're back, Emil, you are up. Or you can tell me what you want to do. We can do rolls since we're doing them manually.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would probably run west to the southwest corner of the building.
Okay.
And then once I saw the demon, I would probably take a shot with my short bow.
Okay. I'm going to put you at the southwest corner for when you log in. You have 5 more feet of movement now in case I moved you in the wrong direction or if you want to move a little further. And then Fantasy Grounds is going to hang up. Okay. All right. So you do just that. You run around the corner. You see it. There's room to fire over the gate or try and go through, so there's no negative effects. Go ahead and roll your attack roll.
Okay. Oh, that must leave over here.
Which would be, I think, a +5 in total.
Yeah, so that's a total of 21.
Ooh, nice.
One more center.
That hits.
I would hope so.
And
Yeah.
the bow was D6
D6 +3. Yep.
Yeah, okay. And that's not my best roll, so that's 4. Now, was Kalen beside him so I could sneak attack him?
You can, yep.
And that's, what, another D6? Or 2D6?
I think it's 2, but let me just check. Sneak attack is 2d6.
Alright.
8.
So that's 8 more.
No, it was 3 initially.
It was, I rolled a 1. 1 plus 3 is 4.
Okay, 4. Plus 8, so 12.
Plus 8 is 12.
All right, nice. All right, yeah, you do give it a pretty good wound. You run around the corner here, and it is starting to feel a little bit like a hellish landscape as the smoke and fire and the heat from some of this building nearby still has some smoldering going on. You run around the corner and see another fiendish creature with those long tentacles as a beard. Writhing around. It has a big wound from the short sword, Kalen's short sword. It is glowing. Actually, roll a second attack roll, just in case you get a natural 20, because you have advantage on that, because it has this glow from Ryan's attack.
Well, the number has a 2 in it, but it doesn't have another number, so no.
Nice. Okay, so yep, you fire your short bow, and it fires just over the fence and into its shoulder. God! End of the arrow sticking out of its shoulder.
Perfect.
Anything else for Emil this round?
Can I actually move back 5 feet east after
Yes.
I take the shot?
Mhm.
Okay, then I'll do that just to kind of be out of the way.
Okay.
Actually, I guess I can bonus to try and stealth there, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then let's do that.
Cool.
16.
Okay. All right. You duck back, and as far as you know, unseen. All right, Em, you are up.
Yay! Okay, so I am gonna go right here, and I am going to try to shoot at it with my bow. I have a
Okay.
long bow.
Sweet.
Let's see. Oh, there it is.
You hustle over, pull the longbow off your back, notch an arrow, and fire.
So that would be
A D20. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then you can add +2 for the proficiency modifier, and then +2 for this. So +4 to whatever you roll on the D20.
Okay. Yay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
24.
You rolled a natural 20?
I did!
Oh, that is amazing. Okay. So we'll do, I don't know, do you want to roll 2 damage dice, or do you want to just double the roll?
Last week you had me roll twice the dice.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and roll 2 d8s, Em, instead of 1.
Okay. Let's see.
Because you got that beautiful natural 20.
Just take them all out. Let's see. Alright. This one, and where's my other one? Okay. Eight plus 8. 16?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is an incredible roll. Okay. So 16. All right. And then we're going to add, what are we going to add to that? Because there's +2. Okay. So 18 points of damage. Jeez. All right, that would be wow. Okay, Em, you just Legolas style run around the corner and fire this arrow beautifully. Yep, and it fires. Geez, that does a lot of damage. Right in the square at its chest. You see it sink through part of its rib cage, and then you can hear a crunch as the arrow has decimated one of the ribs, and it's pretty close to its heart. You deal quite a bit of damage as it reels over in pain, almost trying to squat down behind the fence and gather itself.
So smooth.
Let me just check and see what else is going on in town now that you guys are fighting. Okay.
Great.
So, Em, do you have anything else you want to do this round?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, bearded devil. All right, it gathers its composure as best it can. This thing looks really close to death. You guys have really put the hurt on it.
And he might be a little pissed off.
All right. As it's sort of in this squatting position, still reeling a bit from the pain, its beard lashes out at you, Kaylin.
Oh, of course.
The different snake heads on its beard reach through. Ooh, okay. Ooh, yeah. All right, let's see. Okay, biting into you in different places around your face and neck. Ooh, there's a constitution
It's a male
save.
Medusa.
Yay, you succeeded on your save. Good. All right, you actually feel like the effects of venom start taking effect, but you have such a hardy constitution that you can feel it. You're shaking it off.
Oh, wait a minute. I mean, is it poison? I'm immune to poison. Right? I think that's my dwarven. Isn't that a dwarven
I think you're
thing?
right.
Ooh,
Is it immune or is it? Let's take a
saved by being a dwarf?
Yeah, the mountain. I think it's the type of dwarf you are.
Yeah, I think it's a mountain dwarf.
You have advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance against poison damage, so that'll be cut in half. But you got a 20 on your save, so you're good. You're just like pfft.
Okay.
True to character. Yeah, you're like eh. It stands up after doing that though, and with its second attack, draws the glaive off of its back and tries to take a swing at you.
Oh no.
However, it clips the top of the fence and completely whiffs.
Whoa.
I just smile at it.
It's pretty upset that you're like, poison? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not today.
Not so powerful now, are you?
You messed with the wrong dwarf.
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I had this planned out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm right here between the two tents.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna pull out my pistol and I'm going to train it on the one directly in front of me. So the one on the east.
Oh.
And I'm going to ready an action to shoot if it comes closer.
Okay.
If it notices us and comes closer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not actually going to shoot it because we heard the sounds of combat. If they heard the sounds of combat,
Dan, quick question.
Yeah.
Okay, so as one of my maneuvers, I have repulsed. And so it's when a creature misses you with a melee attack, I can use my reaction. Is that when my turn comes around, or is that now?
Nope, that's as soon as it misses you. If you want to go back and do that, go right ahead.
Can I do that? Can I do
Absolutely, yep.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay, so so I need to use a superiority die. So what do I need to roll for that?
Those are D8s.
So the D8. Right. Okay, that's I think that's no, that's a D10. Sorry guys. Okay, got it. Okay. So D8. Your die to attack, it's superior die to make a melee weapon attack against the creature. If you hit, you add the superiority die to the attack's damage.
Oh, nice. So go ahead and roll. What was the attack? Did you roll the attack?
No, I didn't roll the attack. So that's the D20, right?
Yeah. Yep. And then add the
Okay. All right.
whatever you add. I gotta go back and look.
7.
7. Okay. Is that including the plus?
That's with
6?
the attack dice with the superiority die. The D20 was a 2.
Okay. Gotcha.
The superiority die was a 5.
Okay.
So the 2 wouldn't have hit anyways. So it didn't matter about the superiority die. So yeah, I missed.
Bummer. Yeah, as it whiffs, you try and take advantage, but it just doesn't go through.
Yeah.
It falls back a little too far from it. In Ormia, you see this one seems to have, something interesting on its hands or something. The one in the east is still it's preoccupied. It rolled, and it rolled terribly, so it's still like, ugh.
Can I change that to be if either of the ogres comes closer? Like if either ogres seem... I can't see the other one. I don't have good line of
the
sight.
other one's a little bit...
If I see an ogre coming towards my friends, I'm going to shoot it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, all right, so Rhinewind's up. I think that she's just going to come up next to you here, 5, 10, and she's going to... You know what? She probably hop the fence. Boom, boom. And so she will get advantage. All right. She's going to draw her scimitar. I'm just going to have her roll right in the game here. Oh my gosh. Okay, 20 total. Alright, I thought for a minute it was 20. So, she takes her scimitar. Interesting. Slashes down the back. But it doesn't do quite as much damage as she was expecting it to do. Something about the scales on its back seems to deflect some of the slashing type damage. But it does some damage, and it's really looking like crap right now. A lot of blood. You can see it's pretty weak. I think that would be it for now, based on where she's at. So Felix, that's up.
Yeah.
You're up.
Get him, Felix. Get him.
Oh man.
That's what I say. Get him, Felix.
You can do it.
You know
Nice.
what? I'm gonna play off of that. I'm gonna say no, you get him, and I'm gonna use a superiority die.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Let's go ahead. Oh wait, let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna use Commander Strike, so I'll forgo one of my attacks. And Kaylin, you can attack him. And roll a D8 here.
Neat. So, Kaylin, go ahead and roll your d20 and add 6. Wait, is it 6? It is 6. Yep, with your short sword.
Great. So that would be 14.
Ooh, okay. That does hit. Yep.
Yes.
And that's plus 7 to the damage.
Awesome. So roll a d6, Kaylin, and then add 11 to that.
12.
Okay. It doesn't really matter because just the additional damage is going to kill it. All right. So how do you want to kill this thing?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just want to I'm through a fence, so I can't really go too fancy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just take my short sword and just ram you right into the stomach and just bam and turn it and pull it out.
Collapses down. Sort of gets stuck in between the bars.
I'm like
and the
dirty
spikes. It did.
Yay!
7. Nice. Okay. You know what? I better jot down that so I.
And I give Felix a distance high five.
An air 5. Nice. Okay. Let's
right.
just see what else is going on in town. Okay. All right. So for the time being, you guys are out of combat. You don't see any other creatures around this tree over here, and the ogres are still seemingly. I mean, the one in the east, anyway, is the one you can see, is minding its own business. You hear a footstep or two of the other one, but it doesn't sound like it's getting any closer. It sounds like just distant pacing.
Okay.
Shall we continue?
Yes.
Yeah, let's get back to stealth mode here. See if we can get into the hot zone.
Fresh stealth checks if you like, then.
Definitely stealth check.
Since neither of the ogres are paying attention, I'm gonna duck into this blue tent right here that is right in front of me, and I'm just gonna kind of look around inside.
Okay.
Let's roll a die that won't screw me over.
I got 9
Oh my
for
gosh!
stealth, Dan.
Oh, what'd you get, Em?
9.
Okay.
This is the first roll I've had all night that's above a 10.
Ooh.
So perception 13. Perception or investigation?
If you're just sort of looking around to see what's in there, I'd say perception.
Yeah, okay. 13 then.
13? Okay. You see what appears to be a stash, certain boxes full of different vegetables. This is likely some vegetable stand a few days ago. Some of them are still good. Others have started to turn. Some of them are slightly cooked from all the the heat that's torn through the town. Let's see. Felix, what did you get total for your stealth?
That's a 12 total, man.
12. Okay, thank you. And what was your stealth, Armia?
Where's my sheet? Not great. 10.
And okay. And Emil?
14.
Okay. And Kaylin?
I got 17.
Wow, Caitlin's nailing it. All right.
I'm so dumb.
We roll a stealth here for Rhinewed. Okay. All right, interesting. That'll be interesting. Okay, what do you guys want to do? You're scattered about now in the center of town. Take it away.
I went back besides one of the buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get to the huts, so.
Yeah, I'm going to duck into this hut to the far left, Dan.
Okay.
Into this tent, I mean.
You lift up the tent and duck underneath, and inside, you're pretty short already, but the stand comes up a good, 4 feet or so it's easy to kind of just lay low behind it.
Yeah.
I think that Rhinewed would probably try and get maybe into this somewhat burnt out house and hide around a corner in there. Felix, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go to the corner of that same house but stay on the outside.
Alright. Position the camera here. See some of the dangers. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Alright, you all feel pretty confident in your stealth. Nothing seems to have you in its sights currently. Again, a fair bit of smoke coming up through the city. You hear the distant doof, doof of some patrolling large creature down past the church. Yeah, I think that's where everyone is currently.
Can I roll a perception check in and see if I can't really see. Can I just take a look? We know where the ogres are. Can I just look and see if I see anything over here, like around the church, sort of?
Yeah, you can look up, like over the table and see. Go ahead and roll perception.
Yeah. Okay. Three?
You're like, is that even
Nothing.
a church? That doesn't look like a steeple.
Nothing. Actually, I probably can't even. I don't even get over the counter. I'm just kind of like, oh.
Nice.
Can't.
There's a little figurine of a church on the desk. You're like, whoa. Oh, no.
Okay. Oh, 8.
You hear a blood-curdling scream to come from somewhere in this southern part of the city. Sounds like,
Can I perception to try? Can I attempt to perception to try to find out where it came from?
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20!
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Finally! I am keeping this stuff, right?
It sounded like it came from the town hall-looking building, the very southern part of the town.
The big. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna kind of scooch on over here, kind of like hiding around the corner of the tent and see what that ogre is doing.
Okay. It's hearing that sound is walking over towards that building, lumbering up the steps.
Really want to shoot it. Okay, I'm gonna. Can't see the other ogre from where I am, right? There's no line of sight.
Correct.
And these steps in front of the church, how steep are they?
Oh, they only go up maybe 5 feet or so, like 5 steps up. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna run up here and try to. Can I see inside the building at all?
Not with the ogre in the way. There's some couple of windows, but they're covered from the smoke and the soot and stuff that's been in the cities. You can't really see through. And the ogre's, as it's smashing its way in through the doorway there, is sort of blocking the doorway. Actually, you know what? Let me. Okay. You hear another scream?
I'm gonna gesture behind me to everyone, like, come on, whoever I can see, because I think I can see a mule.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna kind of like, come on.
This second scream, as you hear it, ends abruptly. Ow!
We should probably dash inside the church.
Shit.
Okay.
Ryman's gonna hustle up a bit too, and feel free, Felix or Kayla, if anyone else has stuff they want to do too. I'm not doing it like one person and the next and the next. You can all feel free to do anything you want. Ryan was gonna come up behind you though, Neil. I think she's gonna
hang on.
What did she
let
say?
me look at something. I think I want to do something. I want to see how stupid this can be.
You do all see Ormia a good distance out from everyone else.
Did it look like that scream cut off because of something that the ogre did?
Nope, this ogre didn't do anything. It's still pushing its way through the doorway. It's something further in the building. But it definitely had like a crunching completion to the the scream that second time.
Oh. Don't do it.
And she's within, a shouting distance for some of you, or you have some movement in case anyone... You see her pensively, like, looking around, like... And you guys heard the scream, too.
I'm... hang on, what we should do?
Run Jeff into this other tent.
What should do?
The ogre stops trying to fit in the doorway. It just slumps for a minute, lifts its head back out, and starts turning around.
Okay.
Which you see, you have sort of a line of sight with it where you're standing.
Yeah.
And
I'm not like standing like right next to the thing. I was like hiding behind the corner and like peeking around.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll stealth?
No, I'm gonna put you right on the corner here.
Okay.
You know what? Roll a stealth just to see like your timing to duck back.
I am keeping this die. This is a good die. That's a 20 total.
Oh yeah, okay. It actually rolled kind of high, so that's good that it rolls around. You just and duck back behind as it.
That was close.
You hear some lumbering steps, but you're not sure which way it's going. Actually, no one can see the line of sight on it. So,
would I be able to see in one of the first floor windows?
If you want to.
I forgot how tall.
Pick a look up. Yep. Roll, I guess, a perception check to see what you see through. You have to wipe off some of the soot and ash on the window.
6.
I'll look as well.
Okay.
So I'm standing right there with you.
It's just not wiping off. It's.
Oh.
Is that? Did you add your +5? You've got +5 to perception. Ooh, is that bad? Okay.
Yeah, that bad.
Ooh. Okay, this window's just too gnarly.
I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Ormia.
I got a 16. This is like seeing them do that. I would look inside
16.
too.
Okay, so you take the window.
And it
next
hovered
to it.
on the 20 and then went.
Aww. You wipe that window off, and you see a humanoid figure sitting down in one of the pews, but cloaked, so you can't really make out features beyond humanoid.
I kind of
Armia, what do you see?
I kind of peek out my head and I'm like, guys, what's happening?
There's someone sitting. Is it just the one that I see?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Are they move? So it's so the place is empty except for that one person.
That's all you can see because it's still kind of limited through the window. with how dirty the window is and how large the inside is and how dark it is.
I do have dark vision.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, you see, number of pews, they appear to be empty. The only thing you spot is this creature sitting down. You see a stairwell in the opposite side that seems to go down to a basement. And then the pulpit and all that up front. Roll a history check, I guess. I mean, I think the guy mentioned it was Church of Melora. But you can roll a history.
Natural 20.
Okay, it's the Church of Melora.
That's a religion check. That's a 21 total.
Okay, yeah, she watches out. She's like a goddess that watches over seas and seafaring folks and some bits of nature. Sailors often pray to her, much like Dauphine, to watch over them on their travels like that.
Okay. I tell you all of this, M.
Okay.
At least just 20 on that.
What our other friends are doing here. You hear some more dull thuds of this ogre moving around somewhere below on the other side of the church that you can't see.
Guys, what are we doing?
Is it possible?
I would go in. Yeah.
Get inside.
Yeah.
It's time.
Okay.
Is it possible to open the window?
No, these ones appear to... They have like a ventilation mode where the top of it pops out, but they don't open up and down.
Okay. Are we going to try to run around the front?
I already did.
Okay, I'll follow.
You hear this ogre making a few more steps as it seems to be
I'm gonna go
rounding
around,
the back
I'm
of
gonna
the
go
church.
All right. Okay. Let's go.
17 stealth running around the front of the door.
Okay.
I'm keeping this time.
Oh, I should probably.
Ryman's gonna see what's going on and make a dash for it.
21 stealth.
Okay.
Try to push the door open.
Okay, the door swings open.
Oh. Okay.
Hey,
That was-
I'm gonna draw my bow just to.
Yeah, I got my...
Nice.
I'm gonna...
You swing the double doors open, and it disturbs a bunch of ash and dust that blows in as what little light is making it into the city just illuminates it as it fills the very inside of this church. I'm going to move you guys in a little bit, and actually what I'll do is we can take our bio break here because we have an actual church, which I'll share out.
Wait, we have to shut the doors. We have to shut the doors once everyone's in.
Oh no, Fantasy Grounds is crashing.
Oh, don't do it, Fantasy Grounds.
Okay, Dan, I want to shut the doors. I want to try and like reach and pull the doors closed
Okay.
as quietly as I can.
Okay,
I rolled a stealth check. I got a 20. So that's 22.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Quietly close the doors behind you.
So quietly.
All right. Oh gosh, I've got to go through this mess on break. All right, so let's take our bio break since it's about that time.
Yay.
And I'll sort some things out on this side.
Okay.
For those who don't know, we take a quick, like a 5 to 8 minute bio break, and then we shall return. So we'll catch you all in a little bit.
Bye.
Yay.
Nice sword.
All right, welcome us back, chat. No, just we're back. What I mean to say. Welcome us. Okay, so.
Welcome us back, or else.
Yeah. All right, let me just do that. We have the party has rushed inside the Church of Melora to escape the wandering gaze of one of the ogre creatures patrolling around the church. Just as they were rushing around the front, Kaylin carefully closed the doors nice and super quietly.
She's so good.
As you look down and examine the church that you're in here, you don't see. I guess make perception checks. You can all make them because I imagine you'd all want to look. Even though this particular image has walls up at the top, just ignore them. They're not there. Those are open spaces because you were able to see that stairwell from the window.
I got a 9.
21.
18.
Wow.
5.
Oh,
19.
okay. Nice. All right. So everyone
I'm
likes
super impressed by the way Kaylin closed the doors. We were both just like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
How'd you do that? The rest of you now see similarly, and I'm not putting anything on this map yet, token-wise. I will quickly drop in a location of this. Basically, it's a giant person.
Whoa.
Okay, let me set a grid first.
That's what I get for not paying attention.
I just dropped it down and I didn't have a grid yet, so put it as this gigantic creature. Anyway, it's just a robed figure turned away from you. You see the back of a robe covering a humanoid figure about 4 pews up on the left.
I had to count that. That's why I needed that coffee. Gotcha.
Doors are shut. It's fairly dark in here. There is some light, a very soft light coming through. It almost gives a reddish yellow hue to the light that is penetrating all the soot and ash on the windows in here. It's sort of an eerie, corrupted glow. You hear the creature patrolling around outside.
Like, put my hand on the door like it's really gonna matter.
Nice.
It starts busting through that door, you're just gonna go flying.
I got it, guys.
I had that image in my head.
It vibrates a little on the other side of your hand as it patrols by.
Stormfall bluegrass.
But it quietly goes out. Seems to be heading away from the church for now. What do you guys want to do in the church?
I'm gonna make my way slowly down the aisle, so to speak, I guess.
Okay.
And see if I can get a better look at who is sitting. I'll still have my bow up and drawn, and
Okay. You see
I'm
Emersina.
gonna start moving forward though.
Okay. You see Emersina take the lead. Bow drawn, arrow notched back and drawn. And as you slowly creep...
I'll follow,
Okay.
switching my pistol for my sword.
Okay.
Now my guard is up.
All right. So Emersina walks down the main hall. Ormia splits off on the other side just to have a little coverage on the other side of the pew. And as you round the front of this creature, you see a human male, probably in his late 30s, stone.
Wait, like he's made out of stone?
Looks like he's been made out of stone.
I was just hoping you had taken a lot of drugs.
Stone. Whoa, man, this is such a trip. Yeah.
Did you see that ogre out there? Man.
Giant nipple in this town. This is so wild.
Guys, this person is stoned.
Look of fright.
Hey,
on his
wink,
face.
wink.
Are you sure it's not just a really good carving?
Oh.
Caitlin, what do your
Kinda-
door sensors tell you?
Kind of poke at it.
Tunk, tunk, tunk.
Oh,
Yeah, Kaylin's our stone experts.
yeah. I was going to say. I was just yeah.
Come
So
here, Kaylin.
Ah.
yeah. As soon as she says that, I'll kind of slowly walk up and do a what would that be, Dan? Again?
Oh, let's see.
Just-
You get, I think, advantage on the history check.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's one roll, but you get expertise. You get double your proficiency bonus. So plus 4. And history is intelligence, which is +1. So plus 5 to your roll.
All right. So +5. I got a 9, so that's 14.
Okay. That's enough for you to tell that this wasn't etched from stone. This is, you can see parts of the cloth or stone that he's wearing, and other parts
Okay.
are still cloth. As you take a closer look, and
Okay.
they returned.
So I'll turn to the group and I'll be like, I think that he was turned into stone.
Stealth.
Yep, anyone that wants
fine.
to stealth, go ahead.
And no one is surprised.
Gonna do as a meal thing.
I just
Did we lock
nod.
Neil outside?
Just a 23.
Nice.
Just.
Yeah.
Anyone else rolling for stealth?
I mean,
Don't have to.
is the I mean that's the only thing that's in here, right? Is the person
The rest
that's
looks
stone?
clear. You don't see anything else.
Has anybody seen anything like this before?
Can I do a
You all can do history checks if you
can I
want
do
to
a
see if
history
you've
check
seen it before.
regarding that, Dan?
Yeah, go right ahead. Oh, with your stage background, absolutely.
Can I do that too? Because I'm proficient in history.
Mm-hmm. I think even if you're not, you can roll a history check on this just to see if you've encountered something like this before.
That's a 6.
6?
20 total.
Okay. Ormia, you've heard tales of this. Oh, what's that, Em? What'd you get?
It would have been a 15, but it fell on the floor. I'm just gonna roll.
Oh, curses.
Oh, well, 2.
Ah! Thankfully, you were never exposed to any of this, Em.
That's okay.
Ormia, growing up with all of these different bards and storytellers as recreation and such and entertainment, you've heard a number of tales of people turned to stone. Most often by the gaze of a basilisk, although you really can't picture a basilisk being above ground, let alone inside a church. There's tales of a Medusa, and a number of other things that can cause this, even potions and spells.
We have seen male Deuces, so credit to the chat for that.
That's awesome.
So I'm gonna just continue walking forward. Just look very cautiously, very carefully, still looking around.
Okay.
Like, there's gotta be something in here.
The only thing that, it's essentially all that you would expect to see in a church, except you notice in here that there's a lot less damage inside the church here than there has been throughout the rest of the town. The only thing aside from that that really sticks out is this stairwell that heads down to the basement. You can see where there's a little bit of damage on some of the steps, as though maybe something large has walked across these at some point recently and crumbled some of the steps.
The holy symbols around, what do they look like? Are they still intact?
Yeah, everything in here looks fairly intact. Even the pews, aside from a little bit of that dust and ash that's gotten in through some windows that have a little bit of the ventilation open, not much looks damaged. The carpet is sort of ragged, as though it's seen a lot of heavy traffic recently and no one's fixed it. The red carpet that runs down the center, and again the crumbling steps, but other than that, everything seems to be sort of in place.
I'm
How
gonna
does
keep
the apse
going up.
How does the apse of the church look like? Has it been ransacked at all, or? You said there hasn't been a lot of damage, but have all the valuables still here?
Yes. You see like a silver collection plate and some, not gold goblets, but silver goblets with maybe some lesser value gems on them, all up front by the head table in the pew. Pedestal, podium, pulpit, that's the word I was looking for.
We are gathered here today.
Marriage is what brings us together today.
Marriage.
Are you the wing?
I'm gonna keep going up the aisle, looking around, and I'm gonna go to the right first.
Okay.
To the room on the right. To see if there's anything amiss or a person in there or anything like
Gotcha.
that. So I'm gonna do my perception roll.
No, it's, again, everything seems to be left intact here. The only things that seem out of place are the carpet that are sort of shuffled, like maybe some larger creatures have walked across it and no one's fixed it, and the broken, crumbling steps where something really heavy's walked up or down those stairs recently and broken some of it.
I'm gonna head for the stairs.
Okay.
Still very slow, very cautious, keeping a lookout for like traps or anything.
Mm-hmm. All right, you can make oh gosh, I guess that would be perception check to see if you spot anything trap-wise.
Let's do the sparkly die because we're in a church.
Ooh.
That was a good choice. Perception, 20 total.
Nice.
Okay. No traps. Everything seems to be fine. You think that you
I'm
might
not
hear
gonna
some
walk on the carpet.
whispering down the stairs? Okay, you're not walking on the carpet.
I'm not walking on the carpet. I'm walking to the side of it.
Okay.
Because things hide under carpet. Like explosive things.
Mm.
So I'm gonna carefully walk towards over to the stairs.
Can we ban everyone in chat who's suggesting there are weeping angels in this church? I'm not down with this suggestion at all.
Crossover.
Carpet is amazing.
I kind of, is everyone downstairs? Hopefully no one comes in the front door. Do we have a map of the downstairs, Dan, or no?
Currently, the map is Church of Melora map.
Right.
Mhm.
That's the upstairs.
Yeah, are you guys, you're all heading downstairs?
I'm heading to the stairs to
I
look
think
down them.
that I want to stay back towards the back door, I think, just because, just in case.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Kaylin.
follow Ormia.
Maybe we can drag the statue person and use him to bar the front door. But that also might inhibit our egress, should we need to do so.
Let's just leave him.
Yeah, let's leave it there.
It's his final resting place.
Mm-hmm. All right. You look down the stairs, Ormia, and at the bottom it turns 90 degrees to the left and goes through a doorway.
Can I push are the pews in place? Are they can I check to see if maybe I can push a pew in front of the door?
You give it a push and it moves.
Okay.
Takes a little effort, but it moves.
Okay, I'm going to push one of the pews in front of the door then to blockade the door.
Okay. You
So that
slide
way
it
I
over.
can start heading my way towards the stairs as well.
Okay. Across the stone.
Yeah.
And you kind of tip it and lock it underneath the handles there to try and keep that door prop shut. And then you head up with everyone else.
Yes.
So you roll at the top of the stairs. Ormia, you look down and again and see down the stairs, 90-degree angle to the left. Seems to head into a room. You're pretty sure you hear some whispers coming from that room.
Okay. Does someone want to go down first?
Sure. I can stealth down.
Yes, let's send the sneaky one.
You continue doing just that with your excellent stealth roll. You quietly go down the stairs. You make it to the bottom just before the door.
I'll be at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
So the door is closed?
It's open. It's just an open doorway, no door itself. Now that you're at the bottom of the stairs, you hear the voices a little louder having a conversation.
The room beyond is lit, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Do I recognize the language that's being spoken?
Common.
Okay, I'm going to take a minute and, try and understand what they're talking about. I'll kind of hold my hand up too to signal if there's something going on. But also, I want to get an idea how many voices I hear. Like, is it just two? Is it, a bunch of different voices?
Okay. Mm-hmm. You're hearing currently two voices you hear, and they seem to be talking about payment for a deal. You hear a scruffier voice say, well, the deal's done. We've waited patiently, and now it's time for your end of the bargain. You need to pay up. And you hear sort of almost with an arrogant tone, another voice. Yes, please. Of course I'm good for my end of the bargain. Look, you've done your work. There's plenty of chaos here. Milady would be pleased. I know that's not enough, and I signed a contract, so I'm just waiting for my men to bring me the last of what's owed. And then the scruffy voice continues. Yeah, well, I've been waiting for the past day and some for them. You have only another 6 hours to pay up. Or we take it out directly from you.
I think I'll peek into the room.
Okay. You peek around the room, and you see a rather large stone room, a number of tables set up down here. Seems to be a meeting room of some sort. Two very large sets of armor, one on either side of the room, left and right. And all the way up at sort of a head of the room area, a couple of chairs pushed against the wall, some torches on the back wall. And you see a satyr with a scruffy voice. talking to a cleric of some sort. He has make I guess a perception check as you're sort of peeking around to see what you can see.
Okay, that's +3.
Oh, nice, Felix. I love the light.
That is a 10.
Okay. Which is enough, because basically you see that he has this sash that has a symbol of one deity. I guess make a history check to see if you'd recognize... No, you saw the Church of Melora symbol upstairs. Right. So you recognize that as belonging to the church. But he seems to have gotten caught in some fire in the city at some point, because part of his sash is the tabard underneath is burned. And it looks like it was padded out, and beneath it you see an entirely different symbol. I guess you can make a history check on that to see if you know what that one is. Let's see. Oh, what'd you get?
7 plus 2 is 9.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't know this. It's been... oh, good.
Hold on, I have inspiration.
Ooh, nice!
I'm going to use that. That's a 6, right?
A 6 currently, yep. Although that's going to go up soon.
15 now.
Whew, okay. You do, in fact, recognize this. After a minute, like, wait, what? And then he turns a little bit, and you get the full view. It looks like a dragon turtle constellation. It's just one of those constellations that you've heard about at some point, like the Big Dipper, Little Dipper, and the dragon turtle constellation. And you know that is a symbol for Zeboin, who is an evil goddess. She believes that she is the goddess, the only goddess that should rule over the sea. And you got a 15. Okay, so you'd also know that her views, she likes to get into mortals' lives and cause strife and pain in order to make them better people. She feels that that's what incites people to being better human beings. And that seems to be what he's wearing underneath this Church of Melora garb. You also see a small sprite. Green clothing, greenish glow to her wings, bright red hair, probably almost a foot tall. And she's buzzing about this satyr, hasn't said anything.
Okay, let me check this really fast. So I've been holding up 2 fingers, like I kind of held up 2 fingers back to the group, and I peek in and I go back and I go 3, and then I signal them to come down. And I draw my rapier, just to make it clear that I'm not signaling them down for a tea party, like it's gonna happen.
Gotcha.
Okay.
No tea party?
I want to try to stealth down the stairs.
Yeah.
Same here.
Okay, go for it, guys.
Sure. Great. Great. Nothing will go wrong with this.
I like this plan. This is a good plan. We shall call it the plan.
7.
Sorry, Caitlin got 7.
12.
And Ormia?
20 total.
Ooh, Felix?
I picked the good dice this time.
11.
Okay,
12.
and M?
12.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
let me just do a quick one for Rhinewind too, so I don't skip out on her. All right, stealth. Ooh, yeah. Well, I don't know. She's been doing pretty well though. Oh yeah. All right, she's fine. So everyone sort of, sneaks down the stairs as you are you sneaking down and entering the doorway?
I'm gonna kind of look around and see, just come up to, I don't know, could I come up to Emil? Do I see him? I don't think I see him.
He's so stealth. No, I mean, you saw him, and you could maybe lean around him if you wanted to look in further.
Yeah, just kind of like...
Okay. That's when Kaylin trips and kind of bumps into a couple people and catches herself, but clearly made a racket. Not super bad, but...
and as we walk down the stairs, I still have my my sword out, and I've got my hand ready to pull out my pistol.
Okay.
So it's like, quick draw.
Neat. Emil, you see the cleric look over. And he's a complete fool with a roll to 1.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Anyway, look, I'm going to get this. I'm as good as... A man's only as good as his word, and I've delivered, 70% so far? You'll have the rest. The satyr just kind of... You see him look out of the side of his eye and then look back at the cultist. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'll get up. If I'm on the floor. I mean, there's really...
Seeing the satyr and the sprite, I am definitely gonna... Oh. Yeah, I'll definitely draw my pistol, and I will carefully aim at the satyr.
I wouldn't be so hasty. He hasn't looked over yet. The cultist... What are you talking about? I'm not talking to you. Now he turns and looks over. So, seems you've been, looking for us. Come in, won't you? Tell me what it is you want.
I'm going to take 3 steps into the room, still just aiming straight at him, I want my teacher back.
Okay. Is everyone else coming into the room, or anyone staying around the corner?
I'll be around the corner.
I'll come into the room.
I'll take a step in.
Okay. Alright, so I've got Ormia just inside, M's in there, Kaylin is in there, Emil, I'm just going to put you in the corner here because you're not in there, you're around the corner, but watching, listening. And I think Reinwin... oh, right, so Reinwin... I guess I have to do a check for her. What would that be? Perception check? 19, okay. Ryman gets visibly upset as she sees the cultist. She's not saying anything currently. She's like...
I assume from my history check I would understand why.
Yeah, you'd be pretty keen on that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She gets the cultist.
Nice. And, what teacher is that?
An older elven man by the name of Yaris. We paid to have him taken from his home, have him taken from his family, and I take another couple of steps forward. And I want to know why, and I want him back.
Well... Yaris. I remember him. Kind fellow. But he had to pay his due. As far as finding him, I'm afraid it's too late.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
That's a 7.
Ooh. Seems like he's being honest. There's a lot of conviction in his face. Actually, sorry, because I forgot to roll. It's like, 7, that's terrible, and then I actually rolled, and he rolled a 3. So he has a lot of conviction in his face, but you see that maybe he's not being completely truthful with you.
I'm gonna step a little bit closer.
Okay.
And just, I would appreciate it if you told me the truth. And I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on him
Okay.
as I speak. So he has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Is that an attack? Because that's something I would recognize as an attack.
Yeah, given your arcane
Okay, 'cause
tendencies.
I'm trying to hang out outside the door, but I want to be ready to cast True Strike on the cleric in case things go south.
Okay. All right, he rolled a 13. What's your...
It's 11.
All right. Which is partly, there's a silver lining in that he doesn't take any damage, so he just thinks you're sort of slinging that at him. Perceptive one, aren't you? Look, I'd be willing to tell you everything you want to know, including exactly where he is. I have to say I don't like cleaning blood out of my fur, and the two of us severely outmatch the group of you. So, I will tell you his location and how to get to him in detail, because I'm in the business of making deals. And he kind of looks over at the cleric and looks back. Deals with a magical contract signed in blood. All you have to do
filthy
is...
Fae.
What's that?
You filthy Fae.
Well, flattery won't get you very far here. All you need to do is...
Squeeze the trigger a little bit further. Don't pull it completely yet, but...
Just, choose one of your friends and kill them. I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check.
I think we should be insight checking Ormia, given her history.
Good point. 13? Like, will he really tell me everything if I do that?
Yeah, he will.
Okay, chat, I didn't like Fallen Angels, but we are not killing Seb. That is not an acceptable answer. No. No.
Kaylin takes another step back.
You didn't sense any presence in your mind, Romeo, but you do think, that's sort of on the nose.
I had to get
As
out
part
of
of your
Twitch.
insight check.
I gotta restart my laptop.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, what did he have to do? Is what I would ask. Curious.
I'm gonna... Are you asking that? Like, are you saying
No,
that?
you could ask that. I'm trying to...
I'm just gonna kind of stare him down. You took him because... You said you took him it was time to pay his due. What does that mean?
I'll throw that information in the deal, too.
How about you give it to me for free, as a symbol of trust?
I don't trust you.
Well, I don't trust you either. I don't know that you'll give me the correct information.
This is a magical contract.
I don't
have
care. I don't care. Tell me.
That's not how we do deals here. turn to everyone else.
Throw a piece of food at me.
Looks over at Kaylin for a minute.
I'd like to ready in action if that's possible.
I narrow my eyes.
Go ahead, Felix. Nice.
If Ormia turns towards us, I'm going to fire my light crossbow at her.
Okay. All eyes on
Can't
Ormia
believe you
right
guys
now.
would think I would like turn on you. I am offended.
And then she turns on us.
You completely missed the word again in that
I
sentence.
can't believe that you guys would think that.
I wouldn't ever turn on you
Aylin's
again.
dead.
I look at the sprite,
Mhm.
and I'm addressing her now.
Mhm.
And I say, why did you take him?
She buzzes zip up ahead of him a little bit, just a couple feet, and looks at you, hands on hips. Looks back at Zeke. He seems to be like, her patience is sort of running thin. Let me rephrase that for him. She looks over, looks at you, and then points to Kaylin. Kill her. And you feel this wave of dark force overcome you, and it begins to suppress your senses. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw, Ormia.
Oh shit.
Which die, you guys? Which die?
Well, one of us is going to die.
Don't screw me over, Dad. It screwed me over. I don't have a modifier on wisdom saving throws.
Question: was that an obvious attack at Ormia?
I guess make a perception check if you want. I mean, so far, no, it wasn't an attack. She just stated. But you can roll a perception to see if you've noticed anything aside from the statement.
It sounded like a persuasion or something, like mind control.
That's a 17.
You do
Please
sense
notice
an
this.
arcane nature to it, more than just a statement.
Because I rolled a 5.
Ormia, you lose the ability to control yourself. You've been dominated.
I am casting True Strike on the cleric.
Okay.
I am not stealth anymore, and I'm shooting somebody.
Nice. You just see, so for everyone else, you hear the pixie say that to Ormia.
Quick question. As she's saying that, can I get a shot off at them? Do I have a fast enough reaction to do that?
Probably not in this case because it was still conversation. I know you were. I guess roll like a dexterity check with disadvantage.
Come on, 220s. Oh, those were not 220s. That's a 7.
Oh yeah. Let me double check because he is a.
I'm shaking. I don't think Ormia's going to survive this session.
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't. You see, you go to, you got your finger on the trigger, but before, you go to squeeze, but before you do, you're just compelled. You turn around and point it directly at Kaylin. Kaylin, you just see Ormia swing around and point a pistol. Felix. Oh, go ahead, Kaylin.
Oh, I said I want to duck behind one of those like picnic tables. There's tables that are set up that I'm right there beside.
You can start heading over there for that.
Okay.
Felix, you've got your held action, and Emil, you immediately cast True Strike on this cleric.
I'm gonna try to shoot at Ormia's hand, or at least her arm, or something like something.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Felix, go ahead first, since you had your held action.
Oh. Let's see. So that was with the light crossbow. So that will
Not
be.
that hard to hit.
It's probably still not going to hit. It's only an 8 to hit.
An 8? No.
So you've got, what was it, a crossbow?
Yeah.
Okay. Boom, you fire the bolt, but she, with her dexterous, boom, her nimble nature, she's able to sidestep it. Ormia, you're going to have to do an attack, a pistol attack.
Against Kaylin?
Against Kaylin.
Well,
Kaylin, what's your AC? 16?
Oh, why did you move? Wait, is she 35 feet away? Because she's like halfway between two squares. Say you're 35 feet away.
Here behind the thing. 5,
Sure.
10, 15, 20, 25. She's 30 feet away.
My AC is 12.
partial
If you
cover,
had
right?
been 35 feet away, you would have been within the long range of my pistol, and I would have had to roll with disadvantage, but you're not.
That was a mouthful.
Does she have cover, though?
Not quite enough for me. She's still moving. Probably next time she'll have some more cover.
Now I roll well. That's an 18.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, let's pick the bad dice here. That was a 10 on a d10, so 13 damage.
Oh my gosh. Okay, 13. All right, and you have 9 already. Hey. Keelan, you're running over, ducking behind this bench when this pistol goes off and strikes, even though you've got this armor, and the pressure knocks you back a bit as you're diving, and this, the force of it, you feel a crack like in one of your ribs as it strikes just next to your sternum.
Why, Kaylin? WTF?
I just fall back. I just fall down.
Oh. You're fairly wounded, but still standing, thankfully, as far as consciousness goes. Let's see, Em, that's you're up to do an attack if you're going to, or whatever you wanted to do.
I'm like, bitch, it's on.
And Emil, if you want to do your
control of myself.
if you want to do
Alright.
your attack against the cultist, Emil. Oh no, you did True Strike. That's what it was. Does that have any sort of a roll, or is that just that grants you advantage on the next?
Alright, I'm gonna shoot her. I'm gonna try to shoot her in the hand.
If you do an aim shot, like to make them drop something, you roll and then you have to subtract 5 from your total.
That's stupid.
Because you're aiming for like a very specific spot.
Okay. I'll try it.
Okay. Let's see. So you would, what do you add? So we can just figure out what you need to. 1 plus 4. So basically, you'd only subtract 1. Roll a d20 and subtract 1.
Oh, dang it.
Oh no! What'd you get?
4.
Okay.
I suck at it. I'm sorry,
No.
guys.
Nobody really wants to shoot me.
You're a bit shaky. Yeah, like, you
I'm just
you
like,
draw the bow. You watch Caitlin just get, blasted with this pistol. Not sure what's going on exactly.
I'll be looking at Kaylin while she's getting shot and just kind of be wobbling and go, Pshing! Why did I open both hands?
Standoff.
Pshing!
Worst standoff ever.
Right? That was horrible.
All right, Emil, if everyone can roll initiative, and then I'll go around and ask for ranges.
Alright, let's actually, get a die that hasn't been rolling away from me.
And that'll be a d20 plus your dexterity modifier. So, Em, what'd you get?
16.
Ooh, okay. Felix?
15.
15, all right. Ormia?
12.
Emil?
13.
Okay. And
Do I get a
Caleb.
save? Do I get a
That's a
save
6.
against?
Sorry, what was it, Caitlin?
6.
6? Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Not bad, though. Not bad. Where are you? There you are. Better. You had 3 last time, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Twice as good. Twice as fast now.
Okay. Top of the round.
Do I get a save against this domination?
Let's see. There is...
Because I think it's at the end of my turn.
Each time you take damage, you get to make a new wisdom saving throw.
That's it?
Otherwise, it lasts until the spell ends.
Crap.
You nice to have a monk with a flurry of blows.
Right? Astrid wine. Top of the round, the satyr.
Wait,
turns around.
hang on. Is this a charm effect?
I think so. Let's see.
Because I have my Fey ancestry and I get advantage on saves with that.
Let's, because it'd be difficult to kind of retcon what's happened,
Retcon
but go ahead and
everything.
do another save,
Oh.
and we'll see if you
Okay.
break it on your next turn. We'll give you like an extra.
A wisdom save?
Yeah.
11.
No. You fight it. But just as you're nearing freedom from the grasp of this spell, it just overpowers you and takes you back over.
Tell me somebody noticed that.
Emil did, yay! Well, he knows there's an arcane nature to it. Okay, what's this now? All right, well, the satyr draws a short sword from its side and walks over right up next to, you know what he's going to do? Because he's just a jerk like this. He just saunters up next to Ormia, like shoulder-to-shoulder buddies. And he draws his short bow. And he aims it at Kaylin. 'Cause that's what he wants to...
Golly.
She's prone though, so he has disadvantage. Because she said she was laying on the ground.
Yeah, she dove behind the table here.
So he has disadvantage because she's prone.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I
Oh,
tried.
Just barely hits. Although I think I have to... I mean, it would have hit anyway, but I need to check your armor because it should be 16. So he would have hit... I think that you don't have... You had some sort of armor, and I know you're still wearing it. I just don't recall what type, but I'll look it up.
Okay.
But it should be 16 is the number we actually want to go by. Oops,
Okay.
it's not that. It's this. Okay. Short bow. Fires, of course it gets a 6. Thunk! Fires arcs slightly over and just goes right here, right on the base of your neck and just sinks in and you just drop like a sack of potatoes.
oh.
Unconscious. Alright, you don't have to do anything yet, though. Kaylin, no. Okay, that's its turn. So next up is M. So you just saw this M. And you see Ormia and Zeke here, this satyr, just standing there. Holds the bow up over his shoulder. Gives Ormia a pat on the shoulder.
Oh, man.
Well, it only lasts so many, guys. We just have to last 10 rounds. 9 more rounds.
I'm trying to decide if I want to go over to Kaylin and give her a heal or why?
Kaylin, you just basically saw, Ormia blast you, and that with a pistol, and as you're falling, this guy shoots you with a short bow, and your last sight is him patting her on the shoulders. You just fade out to black currently. Unconscious, but not completely out yet.
Am I aware of what I'm doing?
You are watching it. From the back of your mind, you're watching everything.
Okay. But I'm not watching, I'm screaming.
Oh, fuck. Dan it, Dan.
Damn it.
Okay. Okay, how 5? Where am I? Right there. 5, 10, 20.
You're 10 feet next to. Yeah, you're just.
I want to use Thorn Whip on the dude. See if I could try to get that. What was it? His crossbow.
Yeah, you can
Knocked
drag
out of his
him
hand.
closer. I mean, I guess if.
I want to try to drag him closer and maybe knock him off balance a little bit.
Okay.
I'll try.
I mean, if you wanted to do the -5 penalty, you could try and Thorn Whip his weapon. If you want to do it, I'd allow that.
That's enticing, but not right now.
Okay, yeah. You just turn and look at him with disgust and summon your Thorn Whip, which I think is, let me check, I think that's just a straight up attack roll.
56?
Yeah, no, it's a d20 to see if you hit. You get to add 5 to that.
D20 plus 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 8.
Oh,
I am doing amazing.
oh no. Yeah, unfortunately, he just does a little bit of a hop and skip over the Thorn Whip as you go to wrap his legs. It lands back down as you pull it back. You snap it back over your shoulder.
Yeah.
You do have a bonus action left, and I think one of your bonus actions is a healing spell, just to throw it out there.
I was just thinking that because I was like, that's a cantrip. So I want to go to, since that didn't work, and I'm epically failing tonight. You're welcome, everybody. I want to go over to Kaylin and do healing word on her.
You can do that from a distance.
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this
It has
one's
a
like
range of
60
60
feet.
feet.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
roll a d4, which is the triangle, or the pyramid one rather, and add 3 to whatever you get.
Oh, I'm gonna use mine. You said D4?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Where is it? Oh, got it. Okay. Add 3?
Yes.
Is this the right one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. I want to make sure it's the right one before I...
No problem.
How would you even read something like that?
Usually it's the number on the bottom will be the same all the way around.
I don't get it.
So if you look, let me get mine out here. Because they are. So usually they're like this. So whatever number it lands on, it says like 4 on the bottom, 4 on the bottom, 4.
There's 4 and a 1 on the bottom. And the 2
other
on the top.
ones have the same number all the way around the top then. See if the number on top is the same for...
2, 2, 2.
Okay, there you go. So 2 plus 3, so 5.
5. Okay.
Kaylin, you take in a huge gasp of air and some blood as you regain consciousness. The room is spinning. You're a bit shell-shocked, but you are conscious again. Oops, that's not right.
I put a hand. Yeah, I say thank you to Emersina.
You're welcome. I think you should hide behind a table or something. You've
You've
got like a bounty on your head now, so.
Kaylin's like, thank you so much. He's got this bolt sticking out.
As I get under, like out from under it, like.
Neat. All right.
I'm good.
Okay. Next up is Emil.
I made up for it a little bit, right?
What happened to Felix?
Oh, I'm sorry. Right, I'm sorry. She already moved it. My bad. Sorry, Felix.
Oh, that's okay.
Felix is up.
Dan, what did we say about Polearm Master? If I run up to a guy, does that count as him entering my area of attack?
I think it's when you're positioned and ready to go and they enter it. Like you're in a stance.
Okay. In that case, it would actually make more sense for me to come into melee
Okay.
with This is the Satyr?
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay. I'm gonna do a bunch of things here. I'm gonna first roll. I'm gonna drop my crossbow and draw my lighting stick.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack with the lighting stick.
Nice.
Ooh, yes. 20 to hit.
With nat 20 or 20?
No, modified 20.
It's like, yes, payback. Okay. Well, that absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. So for that thing, that's going to be a D10, which is this guy here. 7 points of damage. Nice, okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to bonus action do the melee attack with the back of the polearm.
Okay.
Against Ormia. And
okay.
That is a critical fail, Dan.
No!
This is great for story.
Yeah. You know what? That in itself is the critical fail, so I'm not going to add anything to it. You're like, whoosh, you go to swing, and she just steps out of the way, and you just completely whiff.
Sure, now I'm cool in combat.
Cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and use the momentum of that attack to use my action surge.
Oh, nice.
Do it.
I'm going to go ahead and make another attack against the Satyr, actually.
Okay.
Nice. That's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Woo!
And another 5 points of damage.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. You still have... Oh, no, I get it, right? You already used the bonus, I see.
Right, yeah.
Okay. So you do just that. You come around, you clock this Satyr clean across the jaw, and come back around with the other side, miss Ormia, only to double back and just come straight down on the head between the two horns of the Satyr. Just crack it on its skull and it dips down. Ugh. Tucks away its short bow. Whew. All right, Emil, you're up.
All right, so I've pulled my short bow. I'm.
Were you panting?
Yeah.
This is the first time I've cast the spell, so I'm concentrating intently, and I fire an arrow at the cleric.
Nice. Okay. So you've got advantage because of
I've got advantage, which is good because one of those rolls is terrible.
We can't see your dice anymore, Warren.
But the other one is a 13, so 17, I think.
16.
What's my plus to? Oh, it's plus 5, so it's 18 to hit.
Oh, yeah, hits. Yep, absolutely.
Okay, now because that was I had advantage on that, I get the sneak attack, right?
Yes, that's right.
So this is going to be 3d6 plus 3. No. Yeah, 3d6 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, whoa. Get back here. So that is 14 total.
Okay, geez, nice. You just lay into... You've already assessed this cultist's weaknesses, and so you take your short bow, fire it, completely unsuspecting, as it just fires straight into his left thigh, just gets the meat of the bone. You can hear the clunk as the arrow goes in. Just reeling in pain, holding the arrow in his leg. It does a good chunk of damage. He's not ready for that.
Okay, and then I'll use my bonus to try and stealth since I'm still around the corner outside the room.
Okay, go for it.
You guys can't see my die, but I'm just going to leave that right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, they were all garbage too. They rolled a
You're
1,
like,
3, and a 13. Okay, you just disappear into the shadows. Ormia, you need to attack Kaylin once again.
I'm behind the tree.
However, you have disadvantage because she has cover now.
I took cover.
Okay. Alright. So these dice are called cat eye dice. They're made out of a specific gem, and they're supposed to be lucky, so hopefully they're lucky for you.
Nice.
I just so happen to look out and see her aiming at me again.
Disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Good, because I rolled a 19 and a 3.
Woo, okay.
So that's an 8. Oh, yeah, okay. So I would have used, I guess that would have been my bonus action to load it, because it has the loading property, so that would be an 8 total.
Okay. You
These guys are making me
receive
waste
a
my
telepathic message. You have a telepathic link that you're viewing from your back seat here with Zeke, who commands you to move over there next to Kaylin. Go and attack her with your sword. Not that you can this turn, but you have the movement to go over there.
Okay. Does he tell me to put my pistol away? Does he know my abilities?
He sees your weapons and is telling you to use your abilities to kill her, basically. So you are instinctively doing all you can to kill her. Okay,
why is it that I get to be awesome now against everybody else instead of... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and as I run, I'm putting my pistol away, so I get my bonus.
Okay.
Because of dueling. Yeah, that's...
Oh, Kaylin's not unconscious right now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, she's conscious. Whew, thank goodness.
No, I mean, it's still labeling her as...
Oh, it is? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Oh. Good catch.
I think minor restoration can heal a charm effect. Can it? Can mine?
So, alright, that's... Oh, Rhinewin. Oh my gosh. Well, you might just be in for some...
She's gonna attack me. She would no doubt attack me.
Yeah, let me just have her do an intelligence to say, yeah. Nope, she's gonna attack you. She runs. She doesn't walk. She just bolts over here. And goes to attack you. Actually, she wouldn't even run. She'd use her favorite spell, I think. Alright, so she targets... You know what? I forgot. I have to make you...
Defeat an enemy.
Enemy. Yep. Alright, oops, no, not invisible. Just an enemy. She targets you, and she casts Guiding Bolt.
Oh.
And rolls a natural 1.
What is this?
She lines up her finger. She's like, "Not again! You're not. This is what we were afraid of." And she fires the bolt from her hand. Just fires past you as you quickly manage to dodge it, just barely, or easily actually, because it was a 1. Okay. However, wait, does she have... Let me just see what she has for healing spells here. Oh, good, good, good. So she sees Kaylin's wounds and let me untarget that. He instead targets Kaylin. How nice. And gives Kaylin a healing word. So Kaylin heals for 6 points. Still pretty rough, Kaylin.
Yeah.
With this heal, your body forces, like Wolverine forces the... No, I guess it wouldn't. It's still stuck in there, yeah. But you feel like you're bleeding less, so that's good.
Okay.
Next up is the Zeppelin Cultist. Alright. Of course, why not? Oh yeah, and he doesn't know where you are, Emil, so he just turns all pissed-like. And I guess he's going to go for Felix, who looks like the closest and easiest target.
Yay.
Yeah.
Guys, I miss our little fawn.
He begins casting a spell. Just in case anyone has anything for that. Oh no, that's not what I need. I need the...
Oh, okay.
I need that for Felix. Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Oh, nice.
He begins casting a spell, and Felix, you feel your body sort of seizing up. Oh, you shake out of it. Mind over matter. And,
If I don't mind, it don't matter.
nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and that's all he can do. Sucker! Good. Kaylin, your turn. You're wounded
It's
and
my
kneeling under
turn.
the table. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so, all right. I should probably,
Hit me.
You have a potion, don't you?
no, yes, I have a potion, yes. So I'm going to use a potion on myself.
Okay.
Dan.
And that's just a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. And do I get that out of my inventory myself? And just put it on
I'll
there,
take it out of
or-
your inventory if you want to. You can physically roll if you want. It's 2d4 and then add 2 to it.
Is this like a computer RPG where Kaylin can eat some food off the table and gain some HP back?
All right, so I rolled the d4 twice.
Yes.
Okay.
And then add 2.
All right, that's 3. That's 4, so that's 9.
Nice. Okay, you're feeling much more healed, thank goodness.
Great. Oh, whew, okay, okay. Now I'm, let's see here. I don't know. No, I don't want to. I don't
You
want
guys
to.
haven't really seen what I can do in combat because I've always done so poorly.
Hmm.
Just saying.
Yeah, Kaylin,
Okay.
from your perspective, since you didn't detect any magic or anything with that, it's
Yeah.
just Ormia turned and she's attacking relentlessly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I want to still stay dead behind the table because I still feel a little targeted. I do think that I definitely want to move away from her.
Okay.
Maybe go on the other side of the table here. And
I
I'm
will
like,
take the attack of opportunity.
Yeah, as you move, she gets an attack of opportunity as you
What?
step
Is
out
it-
of her. If you
is
step
it
out of their
s-
range, they get an attack as you're running because you're busy like moving out, and they just
yeah.
so they get
Is
to
it
do.
still with disadvantage because she's under the table?
No, she stood up to walk
I'm
away.
ducking behind the table. I'm ducking behind the table as I'm moving.
Kind of like all of
All right,
them are
disadvantage because
crawling under
she's crawling behind under the table, so you can do
the
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Like, Ormia, don't do this. You don't have to attack me.
Good thing it was a disadvantage because one of those was a 20.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
So that's an 8. That's an 8 again.
Okay, yep, that misses. Kay, you hear, and again, you're in a back seat of your own body or me, and you hear Kaylin bleeding. Don't stop attacking
You
me.
don't have to. You don't have to do this. You can
I'm
fight it.
trying. I don't know
fight
what's
it.
going on. You guys have to help me.
You just see this, face of determination to attack you.
In my eyes, I'm pleading. You see little tiny Ormia going, "Help me!"
Little tiny Ormia.
But you still have an action if you want to attack or any of that, Kaylin, or whatever you want to do.
Okay, out of character, like, does attacking help? Do we know? Do we understand?
You have
like,
no
what's going
idea
on?
what's happened to her. Mm-mm. And you're not familiar with spells.
I mean, okay.
Well, she is though because she's a sage, right?
Yeah, but not this. She doesn't even know one was cast, so it wouldn't help.
Okay, this is the time, and we just say that this is the time that a warforged would really come in handy.
Nice.
A warforged could just step in here, either protect me or go and attack something. Okay, all right. Well, I think I'm going to draw my bow, I think, and aim it at Ormia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that she could do it. I don't just with her character,
Okay.
I don't think that she could.
Sure.
Am I let's see. I can shoot at Zeke though, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of just stay back here because I don't think I can move. Well, let's see. I do have a couple of action things. Let's see
And
here.
I'll throw out there too, as a fighter, you have an action surge where you can do a second action too, just in case.
That's what I was just looking at. Yeah, it still wouldn't be close enough to get over to it and to get over to.
Dan, I'm gonna send you a message.
Okay.
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just there was something else for a second. Wind, which I'm not sure how is that? It's still looking okay. So, yeah, okay, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use that action surge. Now, since I still have something left, I can move and still, like, hit him with a bow, right? With my crossbow?
You haven't used your action yet.
Yeah, you still...
I know.
And what's your question, Caitlin?
So I'm going to use the action surge, which gives me an extra little boost. I have an extra action.
Yeah, so you could fire once, because you still have your initial action, and then you can use action surge and use it to attack again if you want. That's fine.
Okay, that's exactly what I want to do. Okay, so I'm going to fire my bow. Well, actually, I want to still I want to stay behind that table. I don't want to move out in the open any more than what I am. So I'm just going to, I said, like, I draw my crossbow, I aim it at Ormia, I'm about ready, I'm thinking about it, and I'm just like, no, I can't. And so I fire at Zeke. Okay, so I was about ready to roll in here, so I'll roll this. So I'm using my crossbow. And do I still have to target him, Dan, even though I'm not rolling in game, or no?
No, you can just roll
and
all.
Are you putting it in there? Okay. All right, that's a 20.
Oh, that hits.
And
a natural 20?
Yes.
Oh, it is? Okay, so
yes,
you can roll 2
20.
damage die instead of just the 1.
All right, excellent. And that's a 6, right?
And he has to make a concentration.
Actually, your crossbow is a D8. So you get to roll 2d8.
Great.
And then add 2 to that.
Great. So that's a 3 for one, and an 8 for another one. So that is 13.
Nice.
And he has to make a concentration save, right? Because dominate person's a concentration spell.
Yeah. Let me just enter this in further.
Fail.
Zeke.
Okay, and let me check our dominate person. Yes. So you hit him for what did we say? 13 was it? Which means he has to roll his Constitution. Oh, he rolled a 20. Can you see that? He rolled. Does it show in chat? No. Okay. Well, he rolled a 20.
No.
So he gets struck by it, right in the chest, and takes a lot of damage from it.
Okay.
But just barely manages to hang on. Well.
Okay. I still have another action.
Second attack. Yeah. Are you using it to fire another?
I'm using it on him. Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make another attack roll.
All right. That is a 9.
That misses.
Okay.
That second one, you did so well, actually knocked him back a bit. So your second one just fires over.
Okay.
Can I clarify something, Dan?
Yeah.
Did the sprite cast the spell, or did the satyr cast the spell?
The sprite cast the spell. No one else. Emil knows that. You know it. Thanks for reminding me. Actually, yeah, I was thinking that one.
Okay.
Good to know. Anything else for Kaylin?
No, that's where I end. Let me pass it on.
All right.
Okay.
the sprite, the pixie rather, Vel, buzzes up. Let's see.
I'd like to use my reaction, Dan.
Oh, go for it.
So since he entered my my range area thing.
Ooh, nice, perfect.
To provoke an opportunity attack, so that'll be a. Oh yeah, just a regular. Plus 4. Ooh, 21 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Yes. And that's going to be 12 damage.
12. Wow. All right, nice.
She has to make the concentration check.
Boom! You smack her. She
baseball.
buzzes off, yeah, and buzzes back around. A little bit dizzy now as she's buzzing around in place. Clearly knocked pretty hard by that that brutal attack she was not expecting. Woo! All right, so she
has to make a concentration check. I'm trying to give myself every
yeah, she does. Yep.
opportunity here.
All right. Constitution. Okay. Excuse me. As she gets railed, you see, or maybe you feel the grip start to slip on your mind. And then it takes hold again. And then it breaks. Because I'm the worst. All right, let me think. Now, she's pretty smart. What's she going to do? She just felt that get knocked out. Is she going to change plans for that? Just let me check her intelligence and see what her intelligence is. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so you see she was looking at you, Felix, and as she gets railed, she feels the connection drop on Ormia. And she points to Ormia and says, I said kill her! Ormia, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
With advantage?
1.
Yes.
Yeah, here come the 2 ones. Come on, dice. Wisdom saving throw with no modifier, 13.
Oh, you just miss! Oh my gosh! Oh, that is so flipping close.
I quit!
Yeah.
Table flip!
You take this breath of like air, like, oh yes, and then
I look to kill and go, I'm so sorry, I have to kill you.
you just focus right back. Yeah. Ah. But that's her turn. She can't do
Can I
anything
get
else.
that out? Can I get that out as a free action talking like, I am so sorry?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. You
I'm
hear
so
that
sorry.
for a second.
And then,
Kayla's just frightened.
I'm so sorry. I have to kill you. Like,
I must kill you.
awesome. All right. That brings us back to the top, which is Zeke. Fairly wounded here. I guess he would probably do a short sword attack on Felix, who's right here. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Which hits. Slashes at you, Felix, and gets in your guard, across your gut. And then does a second. No, because he just has the one short sword, so he can't do a second attack. So that's all he can do. Yep.
How much damage was that, Dan?
Oh, sorry. It was 9 points of damage. I plugged it in. It automatically puts it in, but it was 9 points.
Oh, okay.
All right. M, you're up.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dan, how much longer are we going?
Oh gosh. Okay, you know what? That's actually probably a pretty good time to wrap up because Felix gets slashed. Ormia's like, I'm so sorry. I have to kill you, and that's where we can end it tonight. Thank you.
Why would
Warren.
you say that? Why would you say that?
Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. All right. Well, that was fun. Thanks, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, was it, Dan? Was it fun? Was it fun
Yes.
for
Fun
you?
for you.
That's good. That's good. I'm really glad. I'm really glad.
She's not bitter at all.
Awesome.
Oh,
Such fun.
man.
Well, that was a pretty intense. I'm glad you guys made it through the city smoothly.
Tune in next week for the end of our campaign.
Yeah.
When
It's Ormia. No, the sole survivor is going to be Ormia. Ormia is just going to just
It's gonna slaughter.
Or Emil, he'll
just
just.
slaughter us all. New
No.
people. It's going to be a new cast.
New campaign, and Ormia is still in the party.
They're like, so Ormia, what happened to you? You were adventuring with other people?
Oh.
I killed them all.
I just killed
It was
him.
a dream. I don't know. It's like the end of, what was it, Mario? One of the Mario games. It was all a dream.
Oh yeah, Mario 2 there, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thankfully the armor hasn't animated or anything yet.
What?
Oh, just
Yeah.
kidding.
What the heck?
Seriously, when I first came in the room, I thought they were Warforged. And I was like, it's my
Yeah,
Warforged!
here they are. Oh, you're my friends, right?
Okay, that's
Drive
it.
over there and
I quit.
slap you.
Hey, here's a question. Since we're still continuing combat, can we still use physical dice next week?
Please, it was so much fun.
We'll probably. I'm gonna make it like a once a month thing. So probably
Yeah.
not next week, but we'll make it. I don't know. Where are we in the month? Let's do the first game of every month. We'll use real die. Does that sound good? That way.
That would be the...
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with this. I like this plan.
Would love to hear chat's feedback on the real life dice thing.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Ormia joins the evil campaign. Yep.
Yeah,
Really the
yeah.
bad guy, you guys.
Nice.
It's actually me.
I don't know. Emil doesn't see a problem. I mean, if everybody dies in the room, he's not in the room and nobody can see him. So it's probably fine,
I mean,
really.
he could just dash out of there and not even
Yeah.
be noticed.
I should have looked around and been like, Emil, help!
Those darn rogues.
Oh my gosh.
I'm shaking.
Well, I guess I have to close.
I finally get to use my fishy bag. Look how cute it is.
Oh, that is cute.
Firefox is all locked up.
I need to
Oh,
find
well.
the cute dice bag.
This was from Japan, so.
I finally found mine. Took me a while. I was getting a bunch of random stuff, but it's like
Ooh.
50%,
Nice.
and it's got some really nice fabric on the inside.
Ooh.
Where did you get that?
I can look it up. I don't remember. It's probably been about a year or so, but it was off of a custom dice bag maker. But
Oh,
Nice.
I have a mighty need.
it's fun.
There's probably good stuff on Etsy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are we
VC's
frozen
all-
on stream?
Yeah.
We're frozen.
Everybody but Dan.
What's that?
This is so important.
Stream is frozen.
Yeah, it's VC. It's all locked up for some bogus reason. Because why not? In a minute or something, it might fix itself. But I guess we can wrap up. Come on,
Audio is
computer.
fine. They can still hear us.
Yeah, it's just the video's all locked up. I had to close Firefox because that was gimping out. Now, maybe I'll close Fantasy Grounds. Maybe that'll give us the power we need to get VC to work again. Maybe not. Well, whatever. Anyway, thanks, players, for putting up with me and playing so awesome. That was really awesome and really intense when Kaylin fell. I was just like, I think so.
Hopefully, I do better next time. Mine was just so bad.
Yeah, it was like hit or miss. Really solid rolls or really poor. It was nowhere in the middle. But hopefully, hope you're all having fun. I'm having a blast, and thank you, chat, of course, for hanging out with us, and thank you, Warren, both for staying up extra late and for letting me know that it was extra late. I got too sucked in. All right, I hope you all have a great night, and we'll catch y'all in chat there next Friday, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Time. Have a great night. We'll catch you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.